Good morning guys. So today in this video I'll be sharing you Java 8 interview questions that will be asked you in all the interviews if you say you have worked on Java 8, and these are the theoretical questions that I am going to share you, because the coding we have already started a different series on that, so all the coding questions will be covered there, and these are mandatory questions that all the Java developers should know if they say they are working on Java 8. So coming to the first question, what are the features that got introduced in Java 8? So you can list down all the features that got introduced in Java 8. I When I answer, I specifically answer those features that I have worked. Like if someone asks me on what all features that got introduced in Java 8, I would say streams, default and static methods, Lambda expressions, functional interfaces, optional class, and method references. And apart from this, there were few other enhancements as well on JDK or a HashMap, or you can say on datetime API. But as I haven't worked on that, I am not that much sure on what exact enhancements has happened over there. So this way I answer. It's up to you how you want to answer, because if you are answering all the features that got introduced, definitely there are high chances that interviewer will ask you questions on that, and as you have not worked on it, and there are few chances that you may not answer it properly. So this is my way of answering, so it's up to you how you answer. So next question is, what advantages Java 8 brings, like what actual advantages that Java 8 bring. So here are the few advantages that I personally feel that Java 8 brought in. Like, the code is more concise and readable now, more reusable now, it is easily testable and maintainable, now both highly concurrent and scalable. Like, we can write parallel code, we can perform database kind of operations. This is one of the interesting part of Java 8. Applications now perform better as they are performing parallelly, the performance increases, and the code is like more productive, we can say. Like, within less amount of time we can do a lot of coding. So these are the few advantages that I feel Java 8 brought in. If you have any other advantages that you feel, you can please comment it out in the comment section, so that it might be helpful for me as well, for every other people who are watching this video. Next question, what enhancements have been done to JDK? So this is one important interview question, for especially for experienced candidates. So now if you are aware of what enhancements that has been happened, that is good. If you don't know what has happened, so now the permgen got removed and it is replaced by metaspace. So what advantage metaspace is, like what issue we used to have with permgen is, it was of a fixed size. Once the size used to extend, we used to get exception, but now coming to metaspace, it can grow dynamically. So that is the advantage that metaspace provides now. So that is one of the biggest advantage we can see. Next question, how HashMap works in Java 8. You can face this question, or how or what enhancements has been done on Java 8. This can be the question. Both questions state the same thing. So I am assuming that you know how Java 8 works internally. So Java 8 internally uses buckets. So a hash code is calculated on the key, and it will be placed in the bucket. Like, index will be calculated and it will be placed in the bucket. Now the enhancement that has been done here is, after a certain threshold, like if all the key, everything is getting resetted at the same bucket, the same index, after a certain threshold, instead of linked list, HashMap now will use balanced tree. So this is the new enhancement that has happened. So instead of using linked list and traversing each and every object, now it is using balanced tree. How Lambda expressions and functional interfaces are related. So as far as I know, Lambda expressions can be worked only upon abstract methods, like on functional interface. Both will go in hand in hand, because on the single abstract method that is present, on that only Lambda expressions will work. If I am wrong, you can comment it out, because as far as I know, that is the only thing, that is where only Lambda expressions can be worked. what is stream pipelining. So stream pipelining is nothing but we are, what I can say, we are joining multiple intermediate operations. I hope you are aware of what are intermediate operations. So intermediate operations are nothing but it won't give us a final result. Instead of, if it is working on a stream, it will again return a stream. So multiple streams can be multiple intermediate operations can be performed. So that is called stream pipelining. And at the end we need a terminal operator. I hope everyone is aware that what are terminal operations or what are intermediate operations. So intermediate operations are lazy, and we need a terminal operation at the end to invoke intermediate operation. What are functional interfaces? So functional interfaces are nothing but those interfaces which are having only one abstract method, and it can have different multiple default and static methods, or it can override the object class methods as well. So it was already present before Java 8 as well. We had comparator, comparable, runnable, callable. These are the interfaces which can be called functional interfaces. And when they say this, there can be a question like, can you create your own custom can you create your own functional interface? So yes, we can create using a direct functional interface. We can create our own functional interface. And if at all we are annotating the interface with the direct functional interface, and if we are defining two like multiple abstract methods, then at the compile time itself we will get the exception. So there would be one more question on this as well. So what will happen if at all I am using a direct functional interface and I am defining multiple abstract methods inside that interface? So a compile time issue will come there. What is method reference in Java 8? So method reference is nothing but a compact, we can say a compact way of Lambda expression. So you can see the syntax like class name and method name can be given. So directly we can call that method without double braces, or we can call this. What is optional? Why and how can you use it? Basically, what is optional class and what is the advantage of optional class can be asked. So optional class is nothing but like it's a new class that got introduced in Java 8, and it is basically used to avoid multiple null checks and to avoid null pointer exception. I have seen there is already a video on optional class in the queue, so I am not creating I'm not going in deep on this. So this is one of the important interview question, like what is optional class again. What are default methods needed in the interface? Why are default methods needed in the interface? So default methods let you add new functionality to your libraries. Like if at all there are 100 classes that are implementing an interface, and if you want to add a new functionality, you need to go and change those all 100 classes. Now instead of that, we can directly add a default method inside an interface, and we can achieve our requirement there. What's the difference between findFirst and findAny? So findFirst and findAny are both terminal operations. So findFirst will return the first element meeting the criteria, while findAny returns any element meeting the standard. A feature that is very useful when working with parallel stream. So these were the top questions. You can say that top theoretical questions. You can say that you can encounter in at least 5 questions out of this 10 to 12 questions you will encounter in every interview. So that's it of the video. If you haven't subscribed us, you can subscribe. You can, if you like